Algebra 3, let's see. This is review number 4. I'm going to cover as much as we can here. First question on our list is number 4. So this is just like the question we just covered in our homework, right? So it's asking for polar coordinates based upon negative 2.5i plus 3 point. All right, so let's go through here. We got negative 2.5i plus 3.1j, correct? Okay. So we should have 4 forms of this. So we need plus, minus, minus, okay, plus, minus, minus, right? These are degrees, and I've kind of given myself very little room here. But as I go to put this, I need a coordinate plane. Which quadrant am I going to be at? At negative 2.5i plus 3.1j. Okay, I've got multiple answers. Okay, one of them was correct. We should be in the second quadrant because I'm going 2.5 to the left, 3.1 up. So I should get something that looks like this, correct? Does that make sense? So negative 2.5, 3.1, okay? I'm also going to get the opposite of that, correct? Okay, so I got, basically I could get all that. Really, I'm only concerned with the hypotenuse at this point. How do I find the hypotenuse? Okay, so yeah, I know the Pythagorean theorem as well. Tell me what numbers and where to put them. 3 point, what? I heard 3 point I. 3.1 squared plus what? Right, even if you use negative 2.5, it won't change the answer. Equals c squared. Okay, what do you get for your hypotenuse? 3 point what? 3.98. So I'm going to come over here, right? Because we have the hypotenuse, we have positive 3.98, and we have negative 3.98 down here, correct? Okay, so we have 3.98, 3.98, 3.98, 3.98. All right, so granted, I've got the easiest part done, but I've effectively filled out half of my polar coordinates, correct? Okay, the next thing on the list is getting this degree. Okay, I should be using inverse tangent, correct? Inverse tangent, what? 3.1 over 2.5. Opposite over adjacent. Opposite of the reference angle is 3.1. Adjacent to it is 2.5. We won't use negative 2.5 because it doesn't know which quadrant we're in. We just need the degree measure. 51.1. Okay? So we're saying that this is 51.1 degrees, right? Which means this is 51.1 degrees, correct? Okay. Let's start with our positive, which is our positive 3.98. Okay? If I want the positive of that, I'm going to go counterclockwise. So how do I find that? 180 minus 51.1. Okay, that's my first one. What do I get? Positive 128.9, 0.9. So that's my first. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get the negative of that one. All right, that's going to be going this direction. 180 plus 51.1. Okay. Okay, so 231.1. So negative 231.1. It's important to know which it goes with, right? It's going with the positive hypotenuse. So however you write them, make sure that the negative 231.1 goes with the positive 3.98. Okay? All right, next. We're down to our negatives, right? Let me make a little bar so we can, okay, see the split there between those. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get the positive degree. 360 minus 51.1. Okay, what's that come out to? 308.9. Okay, and finally, what? It's just 51. It's just negative 51.1. Okay, because in all of these, I'm starting from my initial side, which is right here, and going in that direction. Okay, so it's just dropping 51.1 because it's going clockwise, it's a negative. These right here are my 4 answers. Okay, and you've got to have all 4. All right, it's a good question. Let's see, this was what, number 4? Okay, that's a tough one. I'm going to guess that a bunch of people will skip that one. Okay, number 1. Number 1 reads, in a mixture of copper and zinc, 700 tons of copper were required to make 1,010 tons of the mixture. How much zinc was required to make 1,818 tons of the mixture? Okay, so we're going to start off with zinc over mixture. Okay, zinc, actually, sorry. Well, so the mixture is 1,010, right? Okay. And zinc, if I've got this right, is 1,010 minus 700, right? Okay. So that's equal to 310 over 1,010, correct? Yes? Okay. So we're going to take this and we're going to set it equal to zinc over what? 1818. Okay, those are proportional, right? Which means I should be able to cross multiply and divide. So I can take 310 times 1818 and divide it by 1,010. What does zinc equal? $558. Okay, and I believe your answer there is in tons. Okay, remember to label. Questions on that? Anything? Okay. Move on to number 9. Number 9. 1 plus 3 radical 2 over 4 radical 2 minus 3. Okay, what you need to know about this is what? What am I going to, I mean, nothing needs to be, I can't simplify anything in the top and the bottom, so I'm going to jump straight to, can't have a radical in the denominator, so how do I rationalize a denominator like this? There it is. Okay, Michael's got it. Multiplied by the conjugate, which is what in this case? Okay, just on the bottom. Okay, 4 radical 2 plus 3. Okay, how am I going to simplify this from here? FOIL. So 1 time, let's go ahead and do the top. Okay, 1 times 4 radical 2. Okay, that's first. Let's get our outer. 1 times 3. I guess that's my, well, no, it's not last, but all right, 3. Let's do inner. Okay, 3 radical 2 times 4 radical 2. This is what will mess people up. What's 3 times 4? What's radical 2 times radical 2? What's 12 times 2? 24. Okay. Do we understand? Do I need to expand it and show it? Okay. Finally, 3 radical 2 times 3. 9 radical 2. Let's go ahead and simplify the top. Okay, combine like terms, correct? What's 3 plus 24? 27 plus what? 13 radical 2. Okay? Let's do our bottom in green. We got 4 radical 2 times 4 radical 2. 16 times 2, 32. Okay, 32. What's next? Negative 3 times 3 because it's a sum difference. I don't need to do the rest, right? Okay, what's 32 minus 9? What is it? 23. That's it. That's it. It won't simplify. And you won't have it wrong if you wrote 13 radical 2 plus 27 over 23. That order doesn't matter. Okay. If you wrote 13 radical 2 plus 27 all over 23, it's the same answer. That'll be the same answer, and I'll take that as well. Okay? It'll be really confusing to people listening because they won't know what you asked, but anyway. All right, number 10. All right, let me hold this one up here. Yeah, you're going to split these. So h to the 5th, r negative 7, plus r negative 2, h cubed over, okay? Yes, you have to split these before you can move things above and below the division bar. So this is going to be h to the 5th, r to the negative 7th, over h to the 6th, r to the negative 4th, plus r to the negative 2nd, h cubed, over h to the 6th, r to the negative 4th. All right. In our first one over here on the left, do I want to move my h down or move my h up? H down, so I keep a whole number. Do I want to move the r down or r up? R down. What's that going to put in the numerator? 1. Okay, let's come over here to the right. R down or R up? Up. H down or down. Okay, so let's rewrite these. We know we're going to get 1 over. So I'm going to subtract, right, as I move both of these things down. So I've got 6 minus 5, h, and negative 4 minus negative 7, r cubed. Okay, plus over here, we are moving our r up, so we're going to get negative 2 plus 4, r squared, right? And we're moving our h down, so we're getting 6 minus 3, h cubed. Now, do I still need to, I still got to get a common denominator, right? All right, so let's, this is, it's kind of a tough one. So, probably going to have to do both, right? All right, let's deal with the h's. How am I going to get h cubed in both? Multiply by h squared on both, right? How am I going to get r cubed on both? On just the right-hand side, right? Okay, r cubed on just the right-hand side. Okay, so I'm getting h squared plus what? R to the 5th. No, because it's not to the power. All right, and then I'm going to get h cubed, r cubed. All right, was that the answer in the answer key that you were given? Or the answer in the answer key? All right, number 10, h squared plus r 5th over h cubed r cubed. So, yep, that's the answer. Okay, split. What's next? 11? They're my favorite. Okay, I'm just going to write out the proof. Okay, you got statement, you got reason. You want to start off with your given. Do I need to write the given for you? Okay, then you're going to get something like angle ADB is congruent to angle ADC. Okay, an angle bisector, because that's what it is, cuts an angle into two congruent angles. Right? Are we seeing that in the picture that you're looking at? Okay. Then you've got AD is congruent to AD. Can anybody tell me how that's true? How is anything equal to itself? Reflexive axiom. Okay. All right, then you have another given. I just didn't list it up at the beginning, so you guys should know what that is, right? That should be enough information to tell me that triangle CAD is congruent to triangle BAD. Okay, through what? Does anybody know? Nope. Side angle side congruency postulate, right? Do not just tell me side angle side. You will be wrong. Am I good enough to stop there?
No.
Why not? BA is congruent to CA through what? Let me just make sure. Can I ever put CPCTC without a congruency postulate? No. Can I ever put it before a congruency postulate? No. What will happen if I do? It'll be wrong. Will Mr. Wilcox have any mercy on my soul? No. Good try. Number 5. It's got a set of polar coordinates, wants us to convert it to rectangular coordinates, gives me -4, what's the degree? Negative 330 degrees even. What question was this? Number 5. Okay, negative 330 degrees. All right, so notice that it's a negative hypotenuse, right? So it's giving me this, right? What we are going to look for is the positive, okay? Because we want the true rectangular coordinates, all right? I believe, if I got this right. And it says negative 330. So this is 30 degrees right here, correct?
Yes.
Which means this is 30 degrees, correct? All right, well, that's nice because that makes that 60, right? Which makes this what? No, what's the side? If it's a 30, 60, 90 triangle, the hypotenuse is 4. What's the side opposite of 30?
Wait. 2. That is right.
Okay, we have x, we have 2x, we have x times radical 3, right?
So it'd be half of.
So 2 and 2 radical 3, but that one's negative, right? Right?
Yeah.
So my x coordinate goes first, so negative 2 radical 3i plus 2j. Do we understand that? Okay. What else did it want in number 5? It just wanted rectangular coordinates, so that will work. Okay? This is number 5, right? Okay. Okay, let's see, number 2. Number 2. An airplane flying at an altitude 60 feet above the ground. So we've got this 60 feet above the ground. Pilot sights an object on the ground at an angle of depression of 30 degrees. Great, because that gives me a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay. What is the slant range from the airplane to the object? It wants the what? Does it want the hypotenuse or the other side? Slant range. Hypotenuse. All right, so if the side opposite of 30 is 60, what is the hypotenuse?
Oh. 2x. So it's 2 times 60, so it's 180. Boom. 180. 180. 180.
Still haven't heard the right answer.
Wait, 20. Sorry. I can't multiply.
Look, the side opposite of 30 is 60. All right? Side opposite of 30 here is x. If I want the hypotenuse, what do I do with x? Multiply it by 2. What's 60 times 2? 120. Boy, we're going to need some help. Okay? My answer is feet. Huh? Well, I don't know. I heard a whole bunch of people yelling 240 and 180 and all kinds of things that made absolutely no sense. All right, 14. Guys, I only have so much time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only about halfway really where I want to be. 14. All right, you're going to have to help me out here. I got radical 6, radical, what, 3? Hold on, is there any pluses in here at all? Okay, radical negative minus what?
Radical 6, radical 3i, radical 6, radical 3i cubed minus radical negative 36.
Radical 3i, okay, cubed minus
Radical 30, negative 36.
negative 36. Okay, that's got a little doo-wop there. Okay, let's go through here. We got radical 6, radical 3, radical 6i, radical 3i, right? Okay. Radical 6 times radical 6 is radical 6 times radical 6 is 6. Radical 3 times radical 3 is 3. What's 6 times 3?
18.
18 with an I left, right? Okay. I'm going to bring this minus down. Follow that? Okay, what's radical 6 times radical 6? 6. Then I have radical 3 times radical 3 is 3. And I times I cubed is I to the 4th. What's 6 times 3? 18. What's I to the 4th? It's just 1. Okay, so what am I bringing down here then? 18. So I have 18i minus 18, right? Because I already brought that negative down. What?
Would the two i's in the first part be I squared, make that negative I?
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. You've got, yeah. So that would be I squared, which would make this what? Negative 18. Good catch. So we've got 18 minus 18. Let's come over here. This is minus 6i. Minus 6i. Right? Okay, minus 6i. So we have negative 36 minus 6i. Let's check. 14. 14. Negative 36 minus 6i. Yeah, but are you going to have to show me some work? Yeah. All right, number 6. I've got enough time. 6. Simplify. So we got 2x to the, what, 3 halves? Oh, let's see if I got it in.
Minus 3y to the 5 halves. Parentheses, add, new parentheses.
So the quantity
2x
to the 3 halves plus 3y to the 5 halves.
Okay, what are we doing here?
Boiling.
Foiling. So,
Because it's the conjugate.
right. No, it's not the conjugate, but it's a sum difference. So I only need to multiply the first and the last, right? So 2 times 2 is 4. 3 halves times 3 halves, 9 fourths. Okay? And then we should get minus 9y to the 10 fourths. Okay, which is going to reduce, right? Okay, what was this? This was, what question, 6? Okay. Hold on. 5 times 5 is not 10. 25 fourths. Okay. But for some reason, that is not my answer. I'm getting 4x cubed minus 9y to the 5th. Is there something missing here?
since you're adding the exponents instead of, because it would be.
You are adding the exponents. You aren't multiplying.
That's what 6 over 6.
So 3 halves plus 3 halves is what?
3. 6 halves.
6 halves. Minus 9y to the 10 halves, right? All right, so 4x cubed minus 9y to the 5th.
Good catch, David, again.
Okay. All right, that was 6. That covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see what's after that. I'll cover number 7, but that's after you guys leave. But I'm not doing the rest of these. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll take a picture of this and I will send it to you. Okay. Will that work for you? Okay. Let's see. Number 7. Number 7 is just setting that up as a matrix. But here's what you have to remember. If you're looking at number 7, and you'll notice on that first rung, that first row has 0x. So you have to plug in 0 for the matrix. On 7, the second row has no y. You have to plug in 0 for the second term. Okay? For the third row, it has no z. So you have to plug in 0 for the third element in row 3. Does that make sense? All right. Make sure that you pay close attention to negatives, right, and include those things. Okay. All right. I'm going to hit stop on this. I'll send that out.